All right. Get you that kung fu swing. Live drive. How about a live drive jive evening edition? I am headed home from the office. Traffic's bad or worse in the evenings. So I thought, why not do a live drive jive? Come on, with your host, Frank Monday. Why not? Give them an extra live drive jive. LJD, live drive jive. LDJA. Give them an extra LDJA for the evening edition. Let's get some yo's out there. Yo, come on. That really clears the palate. Keep punching. Yo, good looking. Sexy people out in Happy Land. I hope you are doing well. Evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, whenever you are, whenever this reaches you. It's 27th of October here, 2021. Let's go uncapped on this one. Get the cap off. I had an interesting situation at work. Got a guy I work with. He comes up to me and he says, "Hey, do I look fat to you? Do I look like I'm getting fat?" He says, "My wife tells me I'm getting fat. I need to lose some weight." And so I look at him and I say, I don't know, man. I've never looked at you in that way before. That's not how I look at you, bro. We work in the same office together. I don't judge and evaluate whether or not I think you're a big, disgusting fat ass, which he is, and he does look fatter. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell the guy, "Hey, come on, yo, all right, looking fat. You're a disgusting fat body. Why don't you get on a diet program? Why don't you stop stuffing food in your mouth? You know that fat comes from somewhere." I've seen him at lunch too, and he'll pile like a giant mound of food on his plate. And so I sat down one time across from him, and I pile on a reasonable amount for my body size, you know. I even go a little bit less, and I go less on the proteins that I need and the carbs and stuff, and then I'll get a larger plate of fruit and like 2 or 3 bowls of soup, you know. And so I look over and he's got this huge plate of carbs and like enough meat to feed a small army. And I thought, I thought to myself, he's never going to be able to finish all that food. He's going to waste half of it at least. And so I'm eating my food, you know, thoroughly chewing it so that it'll digest well in the body and ingesting it bite by bite. And I get about a third of the way through my food, my reasonable amount, small portion, and I look over and his fucking plate is empty and he's licking the goddamn saucer. And I thought, holy fuck, how did he just eat all that food? Because you got to chew that shit. And no, I guess he's a food inhaler. He just tipped the plate up and sucked it down. And it really baffled me. And so when he asked me today in the office, he's like, "Hey, Frank Monday, how the fuck are you, Frank? Frank, do I look fat to you?" I thought, yeah, bro, you're fat. You're about 100 pounds overweight. And, but I couldn't say that. I mean, could I? Should I have called for an intervention? You, sir, need an intervention. No, not my place, man. I don't want to make enemies in the office. So I looked at him like, come on now. Here's what I told him. I said, you should get one of those circus mirrors or funhouse mirrors that make you look thinner and taller, and put it in the house by the door. And then when your wife says, "You look like a big, disgusting fat ass," as you're headed out the door, you say, "Come here, honey, have a look." And then grab her and look at yourself in the mirror together. Don't tell her it's a funhouse mirror, right? And say, I look in this mirror every day before I leave, and I think I look pretty good. I look fit. I said, that'll solve your problem. And then she'll look nicer in the mirror too, and that will make her happy. I don't know, man. My wife has gotten on me about the belly. I got a little bit of a belly now, but I'm like pushing 50. Come on, for Christ's sakes. I've been a thin guy my whole life, and I've always struggled to try to put on weight, you know, because I don't want to blow away in the wind. When I was a kid, they used to joke me because I was the scrawniest, thinnest kid among them. And how has that served them now? You know? But you can't judge people or comment on their body type. There's no fat shaming in the PC era. It is not polite to fat shame folks anymore. Yeah, I guess it was probably never polite. Jesus Christ, come on, guys, let me over. I'm getting carried away here with my storytelling, and I'm missing my exit. Part of the reason for that is I don't do the live drive jive in the evening typically, and it's a little bit distracting. But I'll figure it out. You know what always helps when you feel like you haven't got things figured out is give them a yo, come on, keep punching. So that's one story. Other than that, they had a lovely breakfast this morning, some sort of little sausage biscuit, and I had one. The time before I had 3, but it caused a little bit of indigestion, and I think it's due to the quality of the meat. It tastes really good, but it doesn't seem like it's really that high quality of meat. And then lunch was kind of a bummer. Like, I went to the lunch cafeteria, and they got pig's feet and duck tongues and then like chicken bungholes. And I thought, what is today, Wednesday? Oh God, middle of the week. They always use like the pieces and parts. Mondays are typically pretty good. They'll have some fresh food up there, something a little funny, fancy, nice little sausages or bacon and shit. But then by like midweek, they're just like dredging out the gnarlies, the chicken feet and the fish eye soup. And I thought, oh, good God. But anyway, I made myself a plate, and you got to eat, right? I was listening to Manly P. Hall, and he was talking about the amount of protein you actually need each day. And he said it used to be considered that a individual, a grown man or woman, would need about 100 to 150 grams of protein, like meat, per day. He said that number is not that high now. Like 20 to 50 grams is actually all you need of protein each day. So I've cut back on the amount of meats I take in, and I'm just basically a veggie eater. I mean, I'm not a vegetarian, never have been, but I'm becoming mostly vegetarian as I get older. And I feel like I have more energy. I think the processing a lot of meat is kind of hard for the body. So I eat a lot of veggies, lean meats, some fish. I like fish. I never was a big fish eater as a kid, but I've grown accustomed to eating more fish. Being here in China, fish head soup is a popular item. Yesterday we had a chicken, full chicken, whole chicken. I chopped it up. The kids like the wings and the legs, and I like the breasts. But I sliced off and got the chicken butt. And did you know that the chicken butt is like the most tender part on a chicken? And it's cute too. It's just like a little tail piece. The butt. Man, that is some nice. So I was putting a chicken butt in my mouth last night. Good stuff. Headed home. Takes about an hour to drive home in the evenings. So Thought I'd give a shout out to y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land and say hello. Let us pray. Lord of the universe, vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things both visible and invisible, master of the light and of the darkness. You brought forth the darkness so that your light would be recognized in the material sphere. Send us a whole slew of your holy guardian angels to guide and protect us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and provide a cleansing wind to disperse all discursive thought and endless human opinion. Guide us straight to the subtle truth. We ask all these things in the name of Cthulhu, the Mother Hydra, Father Dagon, the horned ones who hop around in the woods at night, and whatever pantheon you subscribe to, whether it be the Tetragrammaton or some eldritch horror that is known only to you. So it is commanded and confirmed, so mote it be. As above, so below. Y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land, stay well. I will see you in the abodes of the future.